So, welcome to this morning time, late morning taste challenge. I have Clubhouse. Now, the trademark information, I've said it was introduced in 1992. No, it's been on the market longer than that. I don't know where that era is coming from, but Clubhouse premium quality rum bottled by Kentucky Standard Distillers, Bardstown, Kentucky. That's Heaven Hill. They make a whole line. It's filigreed. You can feel it. It's aquamarine with the gold and the white. Nice looking bottle. It's standard looking, like looks kind of like something you'd see at a bar, kind of like a well product, but it's nice looking. Doesn't look like garbage, and it doesn't taste like garbage either. It has the clubhouse from the country club with the golf clubs and the cross golf clubs and the crossed fly fishing rods. All right, so it's all about being upper middle class, going to the country club, fishing, and yeah, right. Okay, so anyway, that's that. It exists. I've had the Clubhouse Gin, which was actually much better than expected. It had a strange but interesting and enjoyable lemon lime flavor. It was almost like gin spiked with Sprite. Could it be? I don't know. I didn't ask much about it. I tried it in the 375 plastic bottle, and I liked it. This bottle cost me $6.99 plus tax at Super Discount Store on Louisiana Highway 47 northbound in Chalmette, Louisiana, and St. Benoit Parish. Max Wolt. Greetings, Ron. Greetings to you in the Russian Federation. Now, if I'd have bought 2 bottles of this, it'd have been $5.99 a bottle. But I wanted to try the Ron Rio. To my great dismay, I tried it. And the guy said, no, you can't mix them. Fine, I wasn't going to buy 2 bottles of something I never tried, so I bought 2 different bottles, and I paid $2 more. No big deal. That's what you do when you trying and buying and trying and buying, rhyming and stealing and stunting. All right, now, calm down. I bought the Caliber Caribbean Silver Rum, imported. Let's see, it tells you that it's imported. So it's not from the United States Virgin Islands. It's not from Puerto Rico. Where is it from? Probably not Cuba, so I can name all the rest, but I'm not gonna. You say, what about the Bahamas and the Turks and Caicos Islands? Well, those are not in the Caribbean. They're in the Atlantic, the Champagne of beers. People consider them Caribbean islands, but they really aren't. They're in the Atlantic Ocean. But I mean, the United States government says cocaine is a narcotic. When it's a stimulant, narco means sleep, the Greek god of sleeping, narco. But why nitpick with facts when you're dealing with propaganda? All right, Caribbean Silver. So it's got a tropical island with mountains and a beach and a palm tree and clouds. It's got a rum barrel. It's got a clipper ship. It's a beautiful plastic bottle. Now, I'd rather have glass. Can you get glass? I don't know. I've seen Caliber liqueurs in glass. Caliber liqueurs, not the other stuff. You can get this in 750 milliliter bottles at Walmart for $5.96. You can get this huge jug bottle at Walmart for $9.96. True story. But also, you can get it at places that are not Walmart, like Ace Spirits, some liquor store in Minnesota, and at the Iowa Liquor Control Board stores. Iowa is one of those control states where all the liquor is controlled by the government. So maybe Walmart controls the trademark. Fine. But on the other hand, it's available at other places. I've seen Caliber liqueurs at Savannah Discount. I know Savannah Discount ain't owned by Walmart. Well, I assume it isn't. All right, so I don't need labels on these glasses because believe me, you believe you me. These do not smell or taste alike. They look alike because they're clear liquid. They call it silver rum or white rum, when in reality it's clear rum, but you don't ever see people call it that. Just like it's thin beer, but they call it light beer. Do you think that would be as marketable saying buy the new Miller High Life thin? No, but that's what it is. Okay, so this caliber, as bizarre as it is so candy cane, rock candy sweet. You like candy? You like sugar sweetness? This is your jam. You like standard white rum with the wood and a little charcoal and the very, 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 didn't I mention very light molasses? This would be one more for you. Think along the lines of a Bacardi Silver, a Bacardi Superior, a Captain Morgan White, but a cheaper version, but yet something that's really kind of like just as good. I don't know why people would pay $12.99 for Bacardi Superior or $10.99 for Captain Morgan White when they could pay $6.99 for a liter, 1,000 milliliters, not 750, 1,000 of this, which to me tastes as good. I'm not saying better. I say just as good. And if you want to be techno, like Larry Holmes said, if you want to be techno, I went to International Market in Metairie, Louisiana, and on that very shelf, you say the top shelf? No, at the bottom. On that very shelf, at the bottom, was Castillo Silver, Castillo from our friends at Bacardi. 1 liter bottle, glass, not plastic. Thank you very much. And it was $5.99 for the bottle, not a sale price. Now, how you love that? And I'm going to say this right here live on the internet for all the world to see and hear. Oh, the sugar. The Castillo Silver is really good relative to Bacardi Superior and the Captain Morgan White. What you call that? Now, are those the best white, silver, clear rums in the world? I don't know. I don't know what the best silver rum is in the world. You might say, oh, haven't you heard of King Cochlin silver? It's $249 a bottle. It's 87 proof. It was awarded best silver rum in the world by the Diego Strait of Magellan rum competition in 2015. You gotta try it. You gotta try it. And I would try it. I wouldn't pay $2.49 a bottle, but if you wanted to donate it, I would buy it. I mean, I would take it and try it. But I think generally silver rums are considered kind of standard, used for mixing mixed drinks, so cocktails. So it's that kind of thing. Do they get entered in competition? Well, yes. If you look at the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, you will clearly see. I gotta go check that. I'm gonna have to take a break from this. Well, maybe not, but those potatoes and the sausage and the onion, I gotta make sure we don't mess things up for that beautiful lunch. All right. So they're in the competition. And what did Bacardi say in their magazine ads years ago? They said, look, it's very interesting because those ads say, look, yeah, all right, most people do mixed drinks. Well, actually, everybody does mixed drinks with the Bacardi Superior, the silver, the clear. They said, but we're asking you to buy it and try it neat. No ice, no nothing, just out the glass. They said, because that really can show you if it's a good quality product, because it's not being masked by all the mixed drink cocktail additives. And they said that's where it really stands out. If you do, and I said, yeah, look, they verified my blind taste test before I started doing blind taste tests 40 years later. They're saying, do that, and then you're going to find it's a much better product. Of course, the argument, your counter argument could be, yeah, but fine. But in the end, at the end of it, if it's all being masked by sugar, simple syrup, Peychaud's bitters and all of this, grape juice, And you might have just a marginal difference, and maybe in a practical sense, no difference. So you have to take that into account. But I think that the blind taste test neat is important. And like I said, a beer reviewer told me he didn't see the value in doing a blind taste test. And I said, oh, I came out very strong against that. It's nothing personal. See, some people are very touchy, funny, peculiar, strange, weird. Not say he is necessarily, but there's no separation from personal with business. You know what I'm saying? So if you say, no, a blind taste test is important because it factors out variables and you should consider that. Some of these people are very high strung and touchy and what you call it? I was using a term this morning, not hostile. They could be, but that's not the term. Something along the lines of wound up, high strung, so you can't discuss the theoretics of the drinking and testing and sampling without there being a personal defense mechanism, but we want to separate that. So I was saying that the blind taste test is very important because you're factoring out bias, and your bias could be totally unintentional. You can be biased and not realize it. You say, oh, you mean like institutional racism? Well, that's more like a Marxist-Leninist concept, where they're saying even if you're strongly aware of racism and trying to fight against it, you could be racist by virtue of this institution. In other words, free market capitalism in Western culture. But if we could, they're saying, if we could only tear that down and destroy that and replace it with something better, then we could build this new world order upon the pillars of Job and whatever. All right, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so this is the caliber because it is so sugary sweet, like rock candy. And I'm telling you, rock candy. I know rock candy. I work with rock candy. Senator, you know rock candy. And this is like that. If you have a sweet tooth, this is your thing. Over here, now am I turning bald? That's why I had the hat on. No, I just felt like wearing it. This is wood and light molasses and some kind of pungent thing. I don't know why the silver rums have that. It's almost like a warehoused old wood, like you go into these old houses and they have that. I don't know why, and it could be because a lot of these Caribbean facilities are very old, and it might be. But could the aroma of oldness infuse into the product? And look, let's be honest. The Clubhouse does not say imported from the Caribbean. It does not even say it's made in the Caribbean. All it says is what? Bottled by in Kentucky. Now, could it be produced in Kentucky? Could this rum be a total Kentucky production? It could be. There have rums made in Louisiana. Rum is not a geographically specific thing. You can make it anywhere in the world, but it generally comes from Mesoamerica, in particular the Caribbean islands. But from what I heard is there's a lot of good South American rums, of which I know nothing about. Okay, so aroma, there is some wood here. Some, you would assume the aging is minimal, to say the least. And a whole lot of sugar. Like I say, cotton candy sugar, confectionery sugar. You say, well, they're adding sugar to it. Well, I mean, rum's made from sugar. It's made from molasses, so that's what it is. But it's different. It's bizarre. It's strange. Now, if you have an open mind and you're not too uptight, you might go buy a bottle of Caliber. I mean, we're talking $9.96 for a huge bottle. And if you don't want to go be too risky, just get the 750 for $5.96. Pretty sure you could spare $5.96. And it'll be a very different experience. I think being open-minded with beer, wine, and liquor is a very good thing. It's helped me out a lot. Okay, this is much flatter in the aroma. And I'm not saying that in a bad way, no. I'm saying it's just flatter. It's more standard. It's just, you know. But it's interesting because it's almost like, I don't want to say sour mash bourbon. I mean, it's nothing. There's some like mash bill. You say rum, idiot, fool, moron, imbecile. Rum, not mash bill. I know. I'm aware of what you're saying, and I 100% agree with it. But I'm saying there's something there that could, in some bizarre way, make you think of whiskey. Not that I'm saying that. I'm not saying that. I say could in some hypothetical way. I ain't saying that. I would never say that. I have some kind of self-control. Brian C. Beat the Irish. Fight on USC. Trojans. Greetings, Ron Jersey. He's rooting his teams on. Roll Wave. Go Tulane. Go LSU. Go Southeastern Louisiana Lions, and so on. Go New Orleans Saints. Okay, so let's taste it. I already know what it is. This is Caliber. I mean, that's, believe me, if you taste this, you're going to say no tags needed. No, no. Now, what about the one from CVS Pharmacy, the Grand Legacy? Could it be similar to this? I don't know. I haven't tried. I have a sneaky suspicion that it's maybe, wink, wink, identical to it. But this I do not know. I'd have to taste it. I'm having a sugar seizure. I'm going into a conniption fit. Call 911-911. Call emergency services. The man is having a sugar fit. Oh, wow. But there is wood there. There is. But it'll take you like 10 sips. You have to do 10 taste challenges before you start getting the wood, because you'd be so discombobulated by the sugar rush, you would never believe that there could be other flavors in it. This one, yeah, it's so woody. It's like woo, and charcoal. They filter probably 5, 6, 7 times through charcoal. Now, is it an extensive blend of charcoals like you get with Bacardi? Think about that. Why you think that would be $6.99 a bottle and the Bacardi would be $12.99? You think it's the same extensive blend? I mean, so, like Thomas Jefferson said, some of these things are self-evident. And this would have to be one of those. Woo, let's see, $6.99 divided by 1,000 times 1,750. Yeah, you see, so it's a little bit more expensive. It's $12.23 a bottle if you bought the big size bottle. But I mean, you know, $9.96 is beyond any kind of conception of what liquor should be. I talk to people from New York City and they say, there's no way, it's not possible. That cannot happen. You would never buy a huge jug bottle of whiskey like that, plastic or glass, it doesn't matter, for $9.96. I mean, unless it was out of somebody's trunk, you know, on Clinton Avenue in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. But then, don't drink it. Yeah, so, but never in a store, a legitimate store. I got scared, Henry. It's They're comparable quality. I mean, really, it's sort of like a personal preference thing. I think there's some people like troll commenters. They will come on my channel and say, "Yeah, you just want to drink all the low shelf stuff. It's all garbage. You're stupid. I hate you." You know. All right, whatever. I'm telling you, but these are not bad. These are not trash. Okay, you say they're trash. I'm saying they're not. Did I say they were exquisite? No, I did not. But this thing is remarkably similar to Castillo Silver and the Bacardi Superior and the Captain Morgan White. I mean, it's remarkably similar. So you say, well, Heaven Hill's got Admiral Nelson. That's a flagship brand. So I ain't saying that. You're not gonna, no way you're gonna get me to say that it's the same stuff put in a separate bottle. I would never say that. As a matter of fact, I would never even bring it up on this channel. Okay, I don't play that game. You might say it is, and it just price pointed lower. I'm not saying it. You're never gonna catch me off guard saying it. I'm saying what other people might say. Although you might find it oddly similar. Very oddly. Can I get Admiral Nelson? Yes, I can. Spiced, overproof, gold, and white. Do I intend to ever try that? Oh, probably. Now, which one do I prefer? Can't say. I can't say because it's like saying, well, what would you rather eat all the time? Only sweet stuff or only salty stuff? Well, no one would say that. You know, most people would say, well, sometimes I like sweet things like this. And by golly, it's sweet and sugary. That is cotton candy. That is some bizarre. That is like you could put a show on USA Network in 1982 and call it the Some Bizarre Show. I kid you not. But you might, sometimes want to drink something sweet. You catch the frisson, the shivers, but now this, yeah, and then some other times you might prefer something very woody and dry. And either way the cut goes, it would work. So, oh man, you never know what you'll find out on the streets. You're saying the streets. Yeah, I come from the streets. You say you mean like a strip mall in a suburb. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What do you think I meant by the streets? Although I could mention that my grandmother's family was the first family to live in the St. Thomas Project in 1940, but and she graduated from Sophie Wright High School, and her brothers graduated from Warren Easton. But anyway, it's a draw, and in my case, I did pay more for the clubhouse. So therefore, in a strict technical sense, which is important, I guess, caliber would win, but only in that sense. Otherwise, it's a draw. And if you ever see either one of these clubhouse or caliber, I would not hesitate to buy them. I'm not going to give them a strong recommendation like it's the bee's knees. On the other hand, I would certainly never take issue with them. I think they're well made. You'd be surprised what you can get on the bargain market. And what you can get now in the beer world, yeah, now you're taking a real risk. Some of these low price beers can be so questionable. Some whiskeys too. Wine, I mean, I'm not going to say that because I had the Wild Irish Rose. And what was the worst thing that happened with it? When I got outside and I was working and I started sweating, my body smelled like Wild Irish Rose. It's a little scary, It's kind of freaky. You start to smell like the product. It's kind of strange, but I think with rum, maybe the cheap ones can come across okay. Vodka, I didn't really find any badness with the cheap vodkas, and the rum. Whiskey, yeah, now you can run into some trouble with those. And you say, what about tequila? Well, I never tried tequila in my life. All right, so that's it. And I think on Fandango Friday, and James P. Madonna said he can't show up, but he's going to bring, he said he thinks he's going to be able to book Ozzy Bucko. I said, Ozzy Bucko? He said, yeah, he thinks that Ozzy Bucko could take his place. I said, bring him on. I'm game. It's Fandango Friday. What the heck? I'm going to do another taste challenge live on Fandango Friday, and get ready for this. It's going to be Caliber Caribbean Silver, which is enjoyable, against the infamous Ron Rio. You say, well, what about all the other beer, other rum reviewers? Yeah, what about them? I've never seen anybody else review Ron Rio. I would like to see them. I would watch them. I've never seen any of them in existence. So, hey guys, you know how people say on YouTube, hey guys, how you doing? Hey YouTube, how you doing? We're a big chummy family. But don't ever make a comment because I'll never answer. But anyway, but just like, subscribe, and contribute to my Patreon. Isn't that what they say? And buy a t-shirt and a mug. But anyway, on Fandango Friday, get ready, because Ozzy Bucko, and I'm going to do a taste challenge with the infamous Ron Rio. And you guys out there, you guys, that's what they say up north. You guys. Down here we say y'all. Hey y'all. Oh y'all, it's sabotage. Hey y'all, get out there and do some Ron Rio rum reviews. I'm telling you, I demand that you do it. I insist that you do it. I'll watch.